What are we doing?
I'm helping Mom destroy the carpet on the stairs. I like destruction.
So
removing.
I see we have taken a great approach of only doing 2 steps and not ripping off the entire set of
I
stairs.
wanted to do all of them at the exact same time. She won't let me.
No, that's not the approach. The approach is we're going one at a time. Per
I
person.
started that one. She started this one.
Per person.
And I'm great at ripping off that carpet.
So how long do you think that carpet's been on these stairs?
Years.
I don't know.
20 years, 30 years?
I don't.
With the amount of these that I could just pull out easily, I'm starting to guess that it was a very long time.
I don't know. It's
So y'all are just pulling staples now.
yes, and they went staple happy.
Have you seen any damage that's...
From the staples, yes.
A lot.
Anything else? No. That's gonna be in the camera.
But
Yeah, that's okay there. My ass is always on.
See, it's all staple damage. That's why would you put carpeting on here unless you're falling all over the
they
place?
probably kept falling.
I mean, these are definitely gonna need some sanding. We can putty fill some of this. Just try not to take big chips out of the wood,
This
because,
is
I mean, we
like
can
a
always
fix.
replace this, but
I don't think it needs to be replaced here. I just think even some sanding, or there's your texture to not fall down the stairs.
well, texture is good, but yeah, that seems like it's got a lot of years on it.
Some poly will fill in some of that.
I don't put poly on it. I mean, I'll definitely do.
I'm not putting poly on it, but
Amanda
I'm
wants
saying,
me to set the world record for the fastest
Yes!
things to ever come down a set of
Freaking
stairs.
finally!
Claire's got it.
This son of a biscuit! It's pinched! Who would do that?
All right, we're getting crazy on the farm here today. Ain't that right, Claire?
Heck yeah.
Clara has discovered
A knife.
a plane. It's a little, it's for fine tuning stuff, but she's enjoying making some wood chips right now that she is putting inside of a birdhouse. But anyway, we got stuff going up through the floor, the hole that we haven't closed up yet, and we're putting some molding in the stairs today, so we're working on some of that right now. It's been raining pretty much all day. It's probably 2-something in the afternoon now. Looks like the rain has stopped. I guess there's a tropical storm. I don't know. I don't really watch the news or the weather anymore. So I don't know what this is from. But anyway, we got some much needed rain. Everything's really starting to green up. I'm hoping we get at least one more good lawn mowing in before the winter sets on. But anyway, besides all that, we are getting some home improvement projects done. All right, we're still working on these stairs. As with any project, sorry you can hear the girls cackling in the background, they're having a good time. So with any project that we start here on the farm, it never goes as quick as Amanda wants it to. But this is gonna turn out just fine. This looks really good now. The issue that we were having is none of these are the same height. Boards aren't the same thickness, angles aren't the same. So it just got real fiddly. And I've been doing lots of cutting. And once again, I'm using hand tools. I have a Stanley miter box, 346, I believe it is, that I absolutely love. Boy, you want to talk about a precise piece of equipment. Yeah, it's a handsaw, and you got to put a little sweat equity into it, but man, it makes some perfect cuts. Starting to get this laid in. Once again, there's still some fine tuning to be done before we officially mount this, and then we got to figure out spacing on our verticals here, our battens, I believe is what they're called. I don't know. The lingo, it's killing me. I probably got 20,000 steps in easy just going back and forth between downstairs and up here. 4 or 5 pieces of wood, go down, make some cuts, do some fine tuning, bring it back up, fit it. moved down to the next set, realized now I got to go back and change something here, and it's just been rinse and repeat. But right now, obviously there will be some caulk involved with cleaning this up. We need to hit it with a sander real good, get everything fitting as well as we can get it to fit, and I think it's going to look really good. We didn't want to take the usual approach of having that vertical board, that's been notched around all the stairs, even though that would have made, things a heck of a lot easier when it comes to doing the battens. But we just like this look. Amanda come across it and sent it to me, and it's like, it looks kind of cool, and so there you are. That's kind of how we got here, and it's our house. So right now we're gonna trim out the stairs here. I mean, we still have a lot of work to do. I think we got all the wood cut at this point. We're trying to work out some angles here so we can top these boards. So I don't know if you kind of get an idea of what we're going for here, but anyway, I still got to work around the stair treads on the vertical boards. So still a lot of work to do. These stairs, once again, it's a house from the 1800s. This old horsehair plaster, it's been here a while. We have some issues here, other than the paint that we peeled off. We get a little bit of moisture in right here, and I think it has to do with the gutter that's outside, right on the other side of this wall. Our porch comes across and ties in here, and we're getting a lot of water splashing on that. Ultimately seeps in here and gives us some water damage issues. I mean, this is really not that bad. I mean, for the most part, this is a wall that's in pretty good shape. And to be honest, I just really don't mind the look. But we'll have a handrail that'll come down. It'll come down across here. So still a lot of work to do. Just kind of checking in here. And I guess we'll update you again here in a bit. Still lots to do. Amanda thinks we're going to finish this today. Hey, so my stylist calls me this morning and says, John, you got to get over here because I got to make sure you have an amazing haircut. So I had to go get my haircut this morning. I forgot all about it. Anyway, Laura, thank you very much. She always does a great job. So went and got my haircut, and then I kind of went to an antique store. That took a little bit. So by the time I got back here, ate a couple PB&Js, went and tended the farm because it's been raining all day, and got started. The girls were almost to the point that they were ready for me to get to work, so they've been, don't whatever me. They've been ripping the carpet off. Clara got in here and just went to town. The tread up underneath the carpet is actually in pretty good shape, despite the 18 million nails or staples they use to attach the carpet. This is all looking pretty good, so we're going to get the paint stripped off, sanded back at least, and then, your risers are going to get painted. What color are you painting them, dear?
I'm painting the risers. They're going to be wood. That's what we're stripping the paint.
Oh, well, never mind. As you were, they're going to be plain wood, and then we're working on sanding these. These two sanded out pretty good. Of course, the girls broke the sander. Replacement parts coming in. I'll get that fixed tomorrow morning. So the sander will be back up and running. And they didn't break it out of neglect. They break it because they've been in here using it. So not a big deal. Luckily, the part is, I guess, easy enough to get a hold of. It's funny, they sell these tools at your big box stores, but you can't go into big box stores and buy parts to fix them when they break. They just, I guess, expect you to buy a whole new one. So still got the hole in the floor. We've been passing wood back and forth through it. I still have to finish closing that in. I'm kind of glad I haven't at this point. So anyway, I got some hardware, or I shouldn't say hardware, some fasteners that will hopefully get these boards stuck to this brick and whatever else is behind this wall as good as we can. Now that old rail only had 3 screws that held it in. They were probably about 2.5-inch screws. So I'm back down here in the shop. I'm working on the stairs again. I'm about to cut the angles on these boards using the old Stanley. What do we got here? I can never remember. 346. So I've been going to town with this all day. And pretty much this whole project, every cut that's on it will have been made with this saw. And, you know, I got my good old Stanley angle gauge here. I don't know if this has a number. It might be. This belonged to J. Garland. Sorry, that's Gartland at some point. Old JG stamp there. I picked this up a few weeks ago. I mean, I wouldn't want to guess how old this is. It's probably got some age to it. It's marked Stanley right there on the end. Anyway, comes in quite handy when you're taking angles and getting them scribed on your boards. So all these top angle be the same. It's just getting the length correct. So I'm going to make sure I do not take off too much. That is the goal, since I have already cut these boards once. Now, one thing Amanda and I really struggled with, other than getting the carpet off these stairs and pulling all the staples, and actually I didn't struggle with any of that because that was all Clara for the most part. And then Amanda came in. We're still in the process of stripping off paint and sanding these down. The risers and stair treads are going to stay wood. Everything behind me is going to get painted. Now the wall there, that's been where we scraped a bunch of crud off of it and put some patch on it. It's all cosmetic. It just needs to finish getting sanded. But before Amanda can come in, and she's the one that's going to do the sanding, I have to get these boards in. So it's been a lot of troubleshooting. And I've explained in some other videos, you know, none of these stairs are the same height, same width. You know, as it wraps around here and goes up to the next floor, it's just been, you know, trial and error. So we finally pulled the trigger and just mounted the rails, and now I'm fixing the battens here. So it's I mean, it's been frustrating, and this will be probably I estimated this to be about 24 hours worth of work. Now in Amanda's mind, 24 hours means if I start today, I'm done today. But that's like 24 hours of actual hands-on doing stuff. And I think I'm a little less than that. I'm probably maybe about 16 hours. So, ahead of schedule, under budget. Actually, we're not under budget because wood is crazy expensive. But anyway, this is what we've been doing in the stairs. I think once this is done, what we didn't want was that straight line coming down the stairs. So we did the wood that come up around them. We saw some images of that, really liked it. I think it's going to turn out well. Once again, once this is all sanded and painted, it's all going to be one color, but it's really going to look good. And I've come in with one of my planes and shot a bead down the edge of the bottom of the boards for, like, you know, when the shadow's on it, it'll probably be a little more noticeable. But anyway, I got 2 more of these I have to cut, and I'm out of lumber. At least lumber in the appropriate length, so that means I'm going to the store. Anyway, let me give you all a peek up here around the corner. So I got the piece for here, and then I got 2 more right up there I need to cut. And I think I already got these 2 cut right here. So the plaster on these walls, it's old horsehair plaster, so it's a little soft. But I'll tell you, I was drilling for anchors to put these boards in the wall, or drilling for the Tapcon screws I used. And man, there's something in there that's harder than petrified woodpecker lips, because there was a couple spots on here. I mean, I smoked 3 masonry bits just trying to get these boards in. So they shouldn't go anywhere, but you know, Those walls are hard in there somewhere. Anyway, don't know what I was hitting, but it was put there to last. All right, well, phase one of the stair renovation is done. So let's see if I can swing this corner here. Messing with my tripod. So all the boards are in and everything is getting, well, it's setting up. Everything still needs to get caulked. More sanding needs to get done. There'll be some finishing touches. But for now, the stairs are done. So my part in this story anyway. So the good thing about projects is when I get the project to the point that I'm done with it for now. So the girls are gonna plan on getting all this caulked, well, sanded, caulked, prepped for paint. I think there's some wallpaper stuff that Amanda wants to do. If she wants to talk about that, I will let her, because that is far beyond my area of expertise. Picking paint colors and nah, that ain't it. All right, so this is done for now. So next time you see these stairs, they should be prepped for paint, if not already painted. It depends on how fast those girls are moving. Probably a lot faster than I do. Well, here's the stairs all finished. Not perfect by any means, but you know, you still got these imperfections in the plaster, but it's an old house, right, Potter? Not gonna be perfect. Right. Crazy kitty. Potter's one of our 2 house cats. Little stinkers. So yeah, it turned out really good. We're happy with the end results. We opted to go ahead and stain the stairs instead of leaving them raw wood. And there's still a couple spots where some white paint that was just in some very deep nicks, you just weren't going to get it out. But to be honest, it looks really good. So the last thing we need to do is get a better light in those stairs. And that'll come here before too long. Just got to figure out how we're going to hang it and tie it all in. And of course, I'm no electrician. Right, Potter? But we'll figure it out. And see my finger. All right, what was I saying? What was I thinking about? What was I doing? Astrid, what's going on? Where am I? I had socks on with my Crocs today, if you're wondering.